Okay, folks, Articles of Freedom. It's going to be section 18. And I want to touch briefly on the RFID chips for the farm animals. And this is a part of Codex Alimentarius that they're going to be implementing. So um, if a farmer has an offspring from any of his animals, he only has 24 hours, I believe it is, to report it and register it and chip it. Otherwise, I believe it's a $5,000 a day fine for not chipping and registering the newborn animal. Okay. See, the FDA did us really good. They were a good agency until a few years ago. Then all this crazy salmonella poison come out from the spinach, the tomatoes, and spinach again. And I'm sorry, but I've been to the West Coast. I haul a lot of produce out of all parts of California, and there's no way you can contaminate that much from human waste, because that's where salmonella usually is in this instance come from. I don't care if you got everybody from Mexico to come up and pick your crops and have them take a dump, it still wouldn't amount to the scare that was put on us. So these are deliberate actions that are taking place, people. So they can justify, like McCain now. He's on his push for his version of Codex Alimentarius for Dr. LeBeau and General Stubblebine went to Germany, and they got some donations, but they expended of themselves quite a bit also. And they were able to get Codex Alimentarius, which was supposed to go into implementation on the 31st of this past December. Well, they got it held off for at least a year. Well, that ain't sitting too good with some of our uh, political representatives. No, so McCain and I forget the other guy's name. He's another Yahoo. Um, but he's also on the bill too, co-sponsoring it. So, I mean, what does that tell you, people? That they're wanting to, and he first, he's trying to say it's steroids. That's his issue, steroids. Well, I'm sorry, but, you can verbally or textually point out it's just steroids and leave all the other alternate homeopathic medicine available, vitamins available, um, fish oil, or any other health beneficial substance should be and remain legal. None of it's killed anybody yet. So, why is it so imperative for them to get rid of our ability to ensure our health through health supplements and going through alternative therapy? Say, I mean, see, a while back, we, as a majority, as Americans, considered chiropractors not real doctors, but they really are doctors. So, because of that mindset from a while back, is somebody like a chiropractor, the Reiki or whatever they call stones, maybe acupuncture, or I forget the name of this thing they do. They tap somewhere on their body to short circuit the signal to your brain about pain or anxiety or whatever emotional state you're going through. I know it's a three initial lettered term for that type of treatment. So I guess, if you've got a church that's blessed with someone with the ability of truly laying on hands and taking illness away from someone, well, that'll be against the law too. No cutting and dicing there. So anyway, I'm sorry to keep going there, right there, like that. All right. All right, now we're going on. I left off with ensure compliance with CFR 28, Part 23. So now, number 6, lobby your state legislature to nullify the Patriot Act. Number 7, implement a community response hotline. The people are encouraged to develop alternate means of communication, i.e., ham radio, shortwave, or any other means of electronic communication. Now, if this goes as planned, yes, those will work. But if this doesn't go as planned and this doom that these people are wanting to bring on our heads comes into fruition, then I'll guarantee you any means of communication you even attempt to use, if they're implementing martial law and rounding up people who are considered leaders, um, and they're not denoting whether it's bad leaders or good leaders, just leaders, then all communication is going to be jammed. They're not going to want the word to get out that they're taking people who have an honest desire to save their country and imprison them for being terrorists. So all that communication is going to be squelched. They're going to override it. Just like I used to do with my CB. I had a 1,000-watt bilinear antenna, and I used to have oil cooled whips because the signal was so damn strong. If I had regular fiberglass antennas, they melted. So with the oil cooled whips, I could shoot skip from California and talk to people in North Carolina, New York, Boston. So if you put enough of a signal out there, it's just going to overwhelm everything and nothing's going to be able to get out. They're not stupid. Believe me. The people in the military and intelligence, they're not stupid. Okay. Number 8. Be aware that no citizen is required to release their Social Security number and should not release it if there is an alternative method. Conduct business only with companies that do not require a Social Security number, because we're not supposed to be passing it out, but yet they've made it so we have to. But we're not supposed to. Use non-traceable forms of currency, i.e. prepaid credit cards, and non-traceable technology, i.e. prepaid cellular phones. Use open source software solutions, encrypt their computer hard drives, and use proxy servers when connected to the internet for computer security and privacy reasons. Now remember, this is falling under recommended civic actions by the people. I don't know about open source. I would more directly say not a prepackaged Linux program that you can install verbatim like Windows with the disk. I suggest something like Slackware Linux if you're going to want to really have security. It's free, but Linux, you can build an impenetrable firewall. You can NAT or mask your IP. There's so much more you can do with Linux than you can with Microsoft. Now we know Microsoft, as I've stated, has built-in open ports, 3 of them, one being 445. I've still got my port scanner running, but nobody's come sniffing yet, so I can't give you the numbers of those 2 other ports. I'll keep monitoring, though, believe me. I don't want to get hit with another hack.